everybody. Hi, everybody. Oh, wow. You guys are on here like gangbusters. Good morning. Um, so I literally just got back from being camped out with one of my subbies who came through North Carolina to see me. And I left her this morning. Hi, Eve. And we camped out for 2 nights at a black-owned campground. Not divulging the name yet because I might be going back sometime soon. So anyway, what's up, everybody? All right, am I on live? Because it doesn't seem like I'm on. I'm not sure. Oh, hey, there we go. Now you guys are chiming in. I wasn't seeing any chat. I just updated my YouTube app and I don't know. Hi, Susan. Hi, Miss M. Anyway, hopefully you guys can hear me. I just pulled in maybe 5 minutes ago. So yeah, I am happy and excited. So I am not at the black-owned campground. I came back because the signal was not good. That's why I couldn't do Freaky Friday last night. The signal for live videos was not enough. I literally only had 2 bars there the whole time, and that would not sustain a live video. So, and my new hotspot came in the mail while I was gone. So I really wanted to get back here. I'm not on it right now. I want to test it out. I want to say, you know, how it looks, what's going on, how feel it out, test it out, all that jazz. So yeah, I wanted to get back here, get that mail, and yeah, I just paid for a couple nights at the campground, so it was fun. I don't know if Eve is on, but she said she would be on. She's still at the campground. She's a subscriber, and she was coming through North Carolina, and we met up at a truck stop, and then went to the campground for 2 nights. She helped me with my partying, so my log journey is now officially started. July 10th of 2020, I am starting my log journey as of yesterday. So all my partings are the way I want them. And now I'm not gonna untwist these twists ever again. So I cleansed my hair, I untwisted it, I cleansed it, and then she helped me with the partings. It looks like the light is kind of funky. I always end up with funky light every Saturday morning. Guess I have to sit in the same exact position every Saturday morning. Let me raise you guys up just a smidge. I feel like my head's getting cut off a little bit. There we go. So yeah, I got my partings the way I wanted them, especially the back. And I'm officially on a lock journey. So I'll be dreadlocking this hair. I'll still be getting my sides cut for my mohawk. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. But yeah, I'm excited. Excited. So Lakaya wants to know if I got a paint job. No, I did not. It rained last night, so maybe it just looks cleaner. It's not clean. It looks cleaner. But no, I did not get a paint job at all. Yeah, it's just same old light blue that it always has been. I wish it was gray though. No, it's still really dirty. But it rained last night, so maybe that's why it looks slightly cleaner. I don't know. Maybe. It rained all night last night. Okay, let's see. Hi, everyone. So last Saturday, I just want to touch on this subject. Last Saturday, Miss V told me about a comment that she deleted before I saw. And I had on a tank top, a red and white striped tank top, and I guess I raised my hand up and you could see my armpits, and they were like, you should be ashamed of yourself for not shaving your armpit, or something to that effect. I don't shave anything. I don't shave. You have hair on your body for a reason, and I'll tell you why. First of all, ain't nobody got time for that. Second of all, every time I shave my pits, especially, I always get more sweaty and more stinky. The hair is there to catch the sweat so that it evaporates. Otherwise, it just rolls down your body. There's nothing to catch it. And then you got sweat rolling all the way down your body. And then the smell just stays on your body. So the sweat drops get caught in the little hairs and then they evaporate in the air. That's what your armpit hair is for. And if can't no, don't nobody like this armpit hair, I don't care. Anyway, I don't shave my legs either. I'm not very hairy on my legs. I have a couple of bruises. I don't know what I've been doing to myself, but clearly I've been banging myself up. But here are my hairy legs. Hairy legs. Anyway, your body has hair for a reason. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, it's quite warm. I know we have some 90 and 100-degree weather coming our way this end of this week, middle and end of this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I believe, is what I was told. So it's gonna be crazy. Gonna be crazy, 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 crazy hot. But at least I can plug up to the house here and have my fan blowing, my big fan that's 110, because it takes 8D batteries, I believe, and it doesn't last at all with those D batteries. So at least I can plug my big fan up to the house. But I'll mostly just sit in the shade in the afternoons when it's hot, because there's a nice breeze. Like right now, there's a nice breeze blowing, so I'll do that over sitting in the van in the heat. So it's fine. I can deal with heat better than I can cold. So I don't care if it's 100. I will deal with that. I see so many people are, yes, the ladies are with me. Thank you. You guys know. Oh, Jaden said preach. Okay. Thank you, Jaden. I'm glad a man understands. Most men don't care. They don't care. They honestly don't care. My legs feel fine. I use good moisturizer. I use good soap on my body, natural soaps, natural moisturizers. So my legs feel smooth. You don't have to have shaven legs to have your legs feel smooth. Again, I said I'm not really super hairy, but it is what it is. I'm not shaving. I'm not shaving. And the right person or people in my life who come along will understand that I don't shave and not care about that. So I don't care. That's right, Amina. I think I said your name right. Real women have hair. Only children are hairless. Exactly. Yeah, so Rosa, you same thing. I'm here, Rosa. It gets really, really hot. Then we have the thunderstorms, and that just rises the humidity. Occasionally, it'll cool it off, but not very much. It just makes the humidity higher, which is actually, I mean, humidity is good for your skin because you're just not dry. It keeps some moisture on your skin. It just makes you feel more sweaty and wet. So, so anyway, thank you, Alpo. Right, Rosa. I know my tribe by the vibe. That's right. Exactly. But I'm excited for the lock journey to begin because when I took those twists out, not yesterday. Yesterday was Friday. Yeah, so when I took them out yesterday afternoon or late morning, early afternoon, the twists I had in, they were already starting to lock in some places. So I was like, oh shoot. So yeah, I could have started with those and just left them in, but like I said, the partings in the back were all helter skelter crazy. So I wanted my partings to be right. I know me and I know what the outlook is I'm going for, and I know if the partings were all not lined up the way I wanted them, then I would be not happy. So we're starting fresh. I'm excited though. So I have to write that down in my calendar. July 10th of 2020 is when I started these, and we'll go from there. And my texture back here in the kitchen, some of y'all know what the kitchen is looser. Most people's kitchen is the nappier part, but actually my whole hairline is the loosest texture. So the kitchen, these three locks back here or twists back here, they were so loose they were coming apart like the old ones. So I really got to pay attention to these back here and make sure they don't untwist while they're doing the process of locking. Anyway, if anybody has locks, can give me some tips for starting. Like, I'm thinking I'm not gonna cleanse it for a while and give it time to really get old. I didn't put anything in my scalp, so my scalp is clean. I hadn't actually washed or cleansed. I don't wash. I co-wash, but I didn't do any kind of cleansing to my hair for like, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 weeks, and it was fine. My scalp was fine. Nothing was itchy because I haven't been putting any moisturizer or oil on my actual scalp, just on the actual hair. But now I won't really moisturize it because that'll make it unravel. So if anybody has locks and can email me some tips and trips for beginners, let me know. Uh, oh my gosh, Sergio says it's going to be 115 in Phoenix. Oh, well, yeah, Arizona's going to always be crazy hot. Hi, Judy. Yes, Crystal Vanner does have a Facebook page, so go ahead and follow the Crystal Vanner Facebook page. I post on there maybe once a week or so. So, but you can always message me there. Email is really the best way to get in touch with me if you have a question or if you want me to answer you more, not urgently, but more readily. Definitely email me because I don't have notifications on for the messages. I'm not having all that bing, bing, bing all over for every single thing. And I'm really not on Facebook as much anymore. Yeah, Facebook is a nuisance sometimes. I gotta sit over here in this light so that it'll, there we go. But yeah, so email crystalvanner.com. All that's down in the description box below. So please start emailing me some Q&As. I'm starting to run low on Q&As. I like to have a nice stockpile. And if you have emailed me a Q&A and I haven't answered it yet, re-email it and make sure you put Q&A in the subject line because sometimes those Q&As get lost in all the mail. If it doesn't have Q&A in the subject line, sometimes I just don't get to it. All right, let me move over some more because I can't find the light. Go to the light, Carol Ann. I've been watching so many horror movies lately. Oh, I want to give a big thank you to Patrick for the hard drive he gave me. I think a couple years ago now we're going on. The hard drive that he gave me with all the movies on it. Patrick, thank you. Because without this hotspot for almost 2 weeks now, I have had to rely on that hard drive for any kind of watching. And you did a pretty thorough job with the movies. So far, so good. A lot of black movies, some horror movies I've never even heard of. You know, definitely some B movies. But it was really, really interesting seeing what you had on the hard drive as far as movies. So, yeah, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Yes, Auntie Catherine, thank you. Any questions on the lives? Put all caps with an emoji at the beginning. Glorious Life on Wheel says, one of the few benefits I'm finding of getting old is no more need to shave. Yes, my hair has thinned out. My body hair has thinned out. My hair on my head is still pretty good. But my body hair has thinned out and it softens as you get older. I'm still not liking this light. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not feeling it. Go, bam. That's it. Right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Yeah, the body hair thins out. It softens a little bit. The pubes and the body hair, the arm hair. I've never had really thick arm hair anyway. The leg hair or the underarm hair, it all kind of thins out. I know some women even lose their hair, on their head and it thins out. So far, I haven't had that issue. So yeah, but I've always had fine hair. Like each individual strand is fine, but I just have a lot of hair on my head. So it's not that I have, it's not thin hair. It's just when you feel one individual strand, it's not as thick as you think it is because I have a lot of hair on my head. So yeah. Rosa says, do I have a DVD player? I don't have a DVD player. I used to, but I have this laptop, which, has a DVD, port in it or whatever you call it. But I normally don't do that because DVDs take up space. I don't want stuff like that. So I do have one of those little black DVD CD holders, the little small one. It's probably about this big. It's probably about that thick. And so I do have some of my, favorite movies that I had, gotten, like Sparkle, the original Sparkle. I think I have, oh boy. I have some some DVDs that Auntie Catherine gave me. They're like Motown stuff. Gosh, I can't think of what else I have there. I almost bought the whole Voyager and Deep Space Nine series on DVD, but I was like, it's a lot of money and that's a lot of DVDs. It's always on Netflix. I don't think Netflix is ever going to get rid of it. At least I hope not. But I would like to put it on the hard drive though. So if I ever meet up with someone and they have the DVDs, I would definitely burn them and put them on my hard drive. I would definitely love to have those on the hard drive. But yeah. Oh, Audrey says, I remember Patrick. What did you do with your kids? So the kids are gone. So I gave them to my granddaughter, and I don't know where they are now. So I think the kids are lost. I lost the kids. I'm a bad mommy. Patrick, if you would like to send me some more kids, I promise I won't give them away this time. Things happened. Things happened, and they were out of my control. So sorry. I'm a horrible mother. Hi TK, first time catching a live. Love your channel. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Jaden says, I gotta tell you that you are a great influencer. The world needs to hear you. God bless you. Oh my gosh, Jaden, thank you so much. I'm just being myself, and whatever happens, happens. I'm trying to not focus on some of the negative, and I'm also trying not to, while this is my main source of income right now, I try not to rock the boat too much. But I feel like I do have to say some stuff. Some stuff just got to be said. And so I just got to say it. Sometimes you just got to say it. Vinny, thank you for the $20 super chat. Says you are amazing. Thank you, Vinny. I really appreciate that. Just as an FYI for those super chats, I appreciate them. Do not get me wrong. But YouTube does take a percentage of those. So if you want to, send your girl a couple bucks, go to the Cash App or the PayPal down below. Just saying. For future reference. I'm just saying. Because YouTube will take their cut of that super chat. So, just saying. Just by way of reminder. But I appreciate anything anybody gives me, because to bless me in that way means a great deal to me. And it's not something I'm asking you to do. So, I appreciate it. Stibbs, how was the backup camera working? Oh my gosh, it's lovely. I love it. Oh, I think I left it on. That's the only thing is I forget. It doesn't turn off when you turn the car off. So that's the only problem. It's like, but it's not gonna run the battery down or anything. I've left it on all night, and the next morning be like, oh, my backup camera's still on. But because it plugs into the 12-volt cigarette port in the car, which I love. But I often forget it has a little switch to turn it on and off, and I often forget to turn it off. And it's still on right now, so I will do that after this video. But I love it. It is working perfectly. Rosa said, if someone wants to send you a few DVDs, I'm gonna say don't, because honestly, I have a big clean out that I need to do when I get back to Arizona. And I think I said this before, I don't want to do it here because there's nowhere for me to put the stuff I'm getting rid of. Thrift shops are not open, and I want to bless another Nomad out in Arizona with stuff I'm getting rid of. So I would say don't send me any DVDs, because most likely I'm gonna put them on the hard drive, because the hard drive is like 2 terabytes. So I'm most likely gonna burn them to the hard drive and then give them away. So I would say don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. I appreciate it, but don't do that. Hey Eve, there's Eve. So Eve is just starting her journey, came from all the way from California out here to the East Coast to meet me and to do some other stuff on the East Coast. And she's just starting her van life journey. She is on the, less than a month to retirement. So yay. I'm so happy for you, Eve. Thank you for hanging with me the last couple days. Thank you for helping me with my partings, my locks, and just for being a cool chick. And all my little gifts you gave me. I'm so excited about my little gifts. I'm not going to be showing all those gifts, but I did get a little frog. Was the frog crystal or jade? I can't remember. It's like a greenish color, but a little frog. I got a nice fan, like manual fan. I got some beautiful big scarves to like use as skirts or head wraps or whatever. I love those. What else did I get? Oh gosh, she gave me so much. Oh, she said she brought me some fun gummies. Can't wait for Freaky Friday to try one of those. Some fun gummies, you know what I mean? Fun. Um, and was it one or two other little things? But yeah, we had a great time. We had a great time. We were out there by ourselves on the campground. There were some ATVers out there because they have an ATV trail there. There were some ATVers there when we first got there, and we got individual tours of the property because the side by side only could seat two people, the driver and a passenger. So was it Thursday night? Thursday night she got to go on the tour, and then yesterday morning I got to go on a tour of the property. It's a beautiful property, and I'm looking at my video footage, and I don't. Some of the video footage did not save, and I have no idea how it happened, but I have half of it, so I'll be doing a video on that. Because we were on an ATV, it was really loud, so I probably just put music on and take you through the ATV ride and just talk about the RV park. Well, it's a campground. They're hoping to get set up for RVs soon. You could dry camp there and tent camp there. They have bathrooms. He's getting ready to build a shower at some point. But yeah, so I will talk all about that later this month because I plan on going back at least once or twice this month. So I don't want to give the name of it away yet because I don't want nobody trying to find me while I'm there. Because, you know, the way my stalker situation is set up, yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, we had a great time. um 11 phase 11 says I'm 3-year lock started with 2-strand twists. Tip, leave them alone, less is best. I know as a hairdresser it's hard, length will come, leave them alone. Oh, trust and believe, it's not hard for me to leave my hair alone. That's why my hair grows, because I'm the laziest natural, one of the laziest naturals you'll ever find. Once if my scalp's, my scalp starts itching, then I'll like cleanse my scalp. But other than that, I don't mess with my hair. That's why I keep it twisted, because when I was wearing it out loose, it would just mat up because I wouldn't comb it. I just don't like doing my hair, I really don't. But it's long. I mean, look at that. It's grown a lot, because not too long ago I cut about almost 2 inches off my ends. It was probably about a month and a half ago, I think. So this is after the haircut. It's pretty long. With our hair, the curls are deceiving. The length is deceiving with the curls because it just shrinks back up. But yeah, I don't worry about my hair. I once it's twisted like this, I don't touch it. I put my little this thing on, one of these. I have a few of these, and they're in my Amazon store if you're so inclined to buy them. They're like slouch caps, but they've got the like sateen kind of, it's not real silk, it's not real satin, it's like that sateen, so that your hair doesn't dry out, because that's the one thing I don't want, dry hair, but I don't want to be overly oiling it or anything. So it's got that on the inside, and they have solids and patterns. You've seen me wear the black and white one. The black and white one, this one, and the gray one are the ones I wear the most. I believe I gave away all the multicolored ones because I wasn't wearing them. I know what I wear, and so I gave the others away. But yeah. Rosa says kids. Oh, Rosa wants to know about the kids that Patrick. So Patrick had given me these beanie children, beanie kids. And one was a black woman or black girl and a white guy. And he said the guy looks kind of like him, and he thought the girl looked like me. And so they were our kids. And I had them for a while. They traveled all the way across the country with me. But I always said I was going to give them to my granddaughter. I was moving them around the van constantly. They really had them no place to be. But I'm sorry, Patrick, that I lost our children. He would always ask about the kids. I haven't seen Patrick in a comment in a long time. I'm going to have to email you, Patrick. Don't know if you're still watching the channel. Don't know if you're upset or something. Because I always see you on Freaky Fridays. I used to. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully you're well and healthy and enjoying life. That's the main thing. Yes, I do have some rose water. Someone just bought that off my wish list, and I can't remember who it was, but thank you so much for the rose water, because I remember you saying, I believe last Saturday, that you were sending it to me. So thank you very much for the rose water. I got it, but I can't remember who it was, and I think I threw away the gift receipt. Shoot, sorry, but thank you. Simply Black Natural says you're not trying, you're killing it. Thank you. B just bought our van last weekend. Yay. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome to the Van family. I will say this. Someone told me I should make a video about stuff for beginners. Maybe I will one day. Anyway, I will say this. Don't do an elaborate build until you kind of live in it for a while or camp in it for a while. I don't know if you're going full time or not because almost everyone who does that in the beginning regrets something because then they live in it and they're like, I didn't need this. I could have used this and I didn't need this. So I will say do some kind of temporary, comfortable but temporary kind of build. I mean, go ahead and do your insulating and all that if you're gonna go the whole nine with that. That's fine. That part is fine. But I mean, as far as like cabinetry and the way your bed is and all that, because a lot of people do that and then you're stuck with it because you spend so much money, so much time in building all those cabinets. No one's really going to pull that out. Some people might, most people won't. So just be comfortable in it, live with it for a little while, and then be like, okay, this is how we use it. This is how it would function for us, blah, 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 blah. So also, I'm gonna tell y'all if you're thinking about getting the composting toilets, which I hate calling them that because no one's composting the manure or the poop. So technically they aren't composting toilets, they're separating toilets. Um, because everyone is throwing that mulch or not mulch, coconut coir or whatever or sawdust that they're using and stirring the poop in. Everyone's throwing that in the trash. So technically you're not composting. It's a separating toilet. If you're going to get one, get the sea head, not the nature's head. I've known people to have both, and the sea head is better. I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons why. Two, cheaper, okay? And the second reason is that the pee jug is just a regular old 1 gallon jug that you can replace at any time you want. You can go to the dollar store and get a gallon jug of water, and when you're done drinking the water, plop that bad boy in there, pee jug. The nature's head is a jug that they make specifically, and guess what? Urine stinks on plastic after a while, and you're going to want to replace it. I believe the replacement to that is like $100. Why? It's proprietary, so only their jug will fit. Whereas the sea head, again, you're going to save yourself a few $100s, and you can just use a regular old water or milk jug. I wouldn't use a milk jug because it's kind of hard to clean the milk out of a milk jug completely. But you can replace that as many times as you want. Just recycle that jug, clean it out real good, throw it in the recycle, and get you another. Just saying. Just saying. And to save even more money, make your own. You can buy a separator, a pea separator thing to put in the front of a 5-gallon bucket for like, I don't know, somewhere between 40 and $60 on eBay. All you gotta do is type in urine separator onto eBay. It has this, it's a plastic piece that you sit on the 5-gallon front of the 5-gallon jug, and it looks just like the separator thing on the other toilets. And it can either go into a jug, or you can put a hose on it and hose it down into a tank into your, if you're going to make a permanent like toilet, a tank that's underneath your vehicle. Perfectly fine. Then you can just put a bag in the back of this 5-gallon bucket with whatever it is you're going to use, coconut coir, sawdust, whatever, and then just get a metal kitty litter scoop thing and just stir that crap up every time you poop. Put a little bit of stuff on it and stir it up, because that's basically all you're doing in those expensive ass. You're just pooping in the back and then taking the handle and turning it. That's it. And I'm gonna pay $1,000 for that. I'm just saying. So I can pee into a jug and then poop into some kind of sawdust or coconut coir and stir it up. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna pay $1,000 for that. You can buy little computer fans off of eBay too and put it in there if you want to vent it out. You can do all that. You can make your own completely. I'm just saying. It's possible. Someone says, yes, phase 1111, when I am not too lazy to cover, always better. Okay. Oh, it was aquamarine. Okay, the little frogs you gave me was aquamarine. Thank you. I could not remember that. I hope I remember that. Anyway. Oh, B got a Ram high top. Ooh, nice. Fits our plans perfectly and fits our stuff. Nice. Rosa wants to know, am I still aiming for September to head west? It will probably be August. It'll probably be leaving sometime next month. I don't know when. Don't know if it's going to be in the morning. In the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, or the end of the month. We haven't narrowed down a date. Trust and believe, when we have a date narrowed down, I will let you guys know. These are not any kind of locks. These are just, nope, they're just regular old 2-strand twist. Sister locks are much skinnier than that. But no, not sister locks. Nice. 11 phase. Well, I'm just going to say phase. I'm not going to say the numbers. Starter locks look just like yours, and now they're down to my bra strap. That is awesome. I don't know if I'm going to let mine get too long and heavy, because I don't really like stuff tickling my neck. I am so weird. Because even this one lock because I have the mohawk, and there's a point in the back, so there's one twist right at the bottom. And when this one brushes the back of my neck, I'm like, oh, what is that? I'm thinking it's an animal or a bug, not an animal, but a bug crawling on me. So I'm constantly swatting it away. I think I've had shoulder length hair, or very close to shoulder length hair, like once or twice in my life. I just don't like things brushing on my shoulders and neck. So I don't know how long I'm going to let them get. And I do believe, because it's a mohawk and I kind of want to keep that mohawk look, I think I'm going to be letting like maybe the front grow a little long. But I think this mid section I'm going to keep, maybe short-ish, maybe twice this long, and that's it. And then I'm going to kind of have a haircut to it. I'm going to have a style to it, I guess. In my mind. Because I would like to, at times, take some wire and wire it up so it stands up and actually have that mohawk show. I think that would be beautiful. To have it locked, mature locks, and take some wire, like jewelry wire or something, and just stand them up in bunches and just have this long mohawk sticking out from my head, especially with a fresh cut to the sides. That would be nice. Anyway, Mills says, thanks for being yourself. I'm 3 years in sister locks, loving them, learning so much from your journey. And at 63, I'm hoping I can find a partner so I can start my journey. Yes, that's awesome. Rosa says, I've been on my own hair journey to get back to my curly locks back, thinning, fine, low density 3C curls. Have you tried the Hydrotherma Natural stuff at all? Any of their products? Their styling products are very light, very moisturizing, and they help you get that moisture protein balance just right. I would use the SLS. She has a whole complete kit for the SLS, and I think it's only like $100 something because you get everything from cleansing, conditioning to styling products. You get everything. So I would consider that, giving it a try. Oh, Starbright, it was you. Thank you. Thanks also for being a channel partner. And Hydrotherma Naturals is a Black-owned company. Black-owned, female-owned. Thanks for catching me live, Coco. Kaya says, cool, I didn't see a video. I'm an herbalist and Nettle is an almond helper. Yes, so Lakaya, go ahead, because you're a moderator, go ahead and drop your website in the chat here. I do have products from Lakaya, so I have the incense twists. What else did I get from you? Is that it? Maybe that's all I got. But I have had some of her tea she made for me. We've met in person and it was very good. So I actually still have the jar you put the tea in. That's what my coconut packets are in. So I cleaned it out real good, and my coconut little individual packs are in there. So I kept the jar because it was a glass jar. So I thought, oh, I'll just keep it. But yes, drop your website in the chat. She is Black. It is a Black-owned business. It is a female-owned business. So let's support. If you're into anything like that, I do plan on getting the plate that you can charge your crystals on. So I plan on getting one of those from her soon. So yeah. Okay, I'm looking for questions. Yes, I've heard biotin is good. B has locks down to her waist. Nice. Excuse me. Excuse me. Eve says, I drove a very long way to meet you and it was worth every banana. You're so funny. Hi, Ronald. Ronald says, hi. When you travel out west, use caution for the corona. I'm assuming you meant for the corona. I mean, you have to use caution for this virus everywhere you go. I know it's really prevalent. I'm not really going to California anytime soon, but you guys have to remember, I'm not going into towns, big cities and stuff like that. It's smaller towns and cities I'll be going to. I'm going where the BLM land is, so it's usually more spread out there. So I think my chances of being safe are okay. So I'm not going to be going directly to the West Coast because it'll be too hot in Arizona. Um, if we leave next month, we're probably going to stop in Colorado first and some of those places where there's a little bit higher elevation, although there's higher elevations in different parts of Arizona. We will track the weather. We will look and see where, some of our friends are camped at, because a lot of them follow the weather too. So we'll probably meet up with some of them, like Aunt Catherine and Uncle Homer and Maggie once she comes down from Washington State and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. TK says my stomach will not let me do van life, the toilet. You can make your van any way you want, and you can do it exactly like an RV, just a smaller version, and have an actual real RV toilet. You can buy RV toilets. You can set up tanks underneath your van. I mean, granted, your van has to have room for tanks, even if it's just a small tank. You can make your gray tank or your black tank any size you want. They make small tanks. It might not, so you could buy a water tank for an RV, like 10 gallons, 7 gallons even, and use that as a gray or a black tank. It doesn't have to be used as a fresh tank. It can be the tank can be used as anything you want it to be. And you don't have to poop in a bucket. You don't. Heaven. Oh, somebody's talking about something else. Blah blah blah. I'm looking for questions. Remember to put your questions in all caps with a emoji before it. Courtney's been traveling. Oh, you're in Wyoming. Nice. Thanks for being a channel partner. There's a lot of channel partners on here. Thank you guys so much for being a channel partner. I really appreciate it. Coco wants to know, did I ever get the van? You mean that van? That one? Yeah, I got it. I got a van. I got a van. Oh, Miss M's going to bed. Good night. Have a good weekend. Susan says, I have Crohn's. Bathroom is my favorite place. Oh, I'm sorry you have Crohn's. I know that can be very, very miserable, especially when you eat just a little bit of something you're not supposed to eat. And I don't know if you're taking medication, but I certainly hope you get healing from it. Mom B says her must-have for van life is a solar shower. Yeah, I have mastered the art of the bird bath / hoe bath. I can clean my whole body just like I was in a shower. So there's the website. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's houseoflakaya.com. And make sure you're spelling the Lakaya part right. Hey, Baja Queen. I did not paint my van. Why does everybody think my van is painted? So y'all haven't seen this. So apparently y'all haven't been around since the red van. Because go back to May 2019 and watch from there through now, and then you'll understand what happened to the red van. I'm not going through that story. But yeah, the red van's gone. This is not the same van. I didn't paint it. I would never paint a red van blue. Y'all know red's my favorite color. I would never give up the red color. Never. Never. That is probably the one thing that I didn't like about this van, is that it's blue and the interior was also blue, which is why I had to put fabric everywhere on the interior to cover up that blue. Some parts of it looked kind of grayish, but it was blue. So yeah, this is not the same van. This is not Cardinal. This is Taurus. So for those who did not know, I named the van. It is Taurus, and the reason I named it is because it is a Centaurus. It's written all over the van, on the outside and on the inside doors. Centaurus, CEN Taurus 2. So I guess they had a 1, but it kind of named itself. And when you look at when you open your driver's door and you've got that little panel on the side that tells you what your tires are supposed to be inflated and some other stuff, the van was also, it's the same, it's the birth year of my son. So it was kind of like kismet. So it's Taurus. This is Taurus. And Taurus is a boy. Cardinal was also a boy. Not Your Mama's Van was a girl. And Jimmy, which is what I started in, my GMC Jimmy, Jimmy was a boy too. So I've only lived in one vehicle that was female. But yeah, so yeah, Jimmy was a boy. Although sometimes Jimmy, I called her girl. In the beginning, when I first got Jimmy, the GMC Jimmy, I was calling it, a girl, good girl, and stuff like that. But after a time, I realized Jimmy was a boy. So yeah, our vehicles have personality. But yeah, Taurus is a boy. And my birth Taurus, my birth horoscope is Taurus. So, we're here. Susan says I'm good. 16 years, no meds or doctor. Yay! I'm so glad you're able to control it naturally on your own. Anita says, let me know when you get to Denver on your way there. And plenty to... Wait, what? Let me know when you get to Denver on your way, out west, and plenty of pickup. I'm planning to pick up my RV. Maybe I can buy lunch or something like that. I think I get the gist. Of what you're saying. I don't know if I'm going to Denver because the friend I'm visiting is not in Denver. So I may or may not go to actual Denver. But I don't know how transparent I'm going to be about where I am while I'm in those areas, because you guys know I have someone who's stalking me a little bit. It's just online right now. It's on Instagram mostly. So they keep making new Instagram accounts and messaging me very vile and vulgar messages. And this is the 4th account now that I've had to block. I don't know who it is. Obviously, it is a man. But he watches these lives, and he's usually on them while they're live, and or he watches them right after, because I usually get messages usually on Saturdays, and he's in his messages that lets me know he's watched the live, which is just very weird. So I'm probably not going to be as transparent with my location while I'm in places, and I'm most likely not going to be doing any meetups. Just for my safety. I'm sorry that one person has ruined it for everybody, but if I announce where I'm going to be and do a meetup and this person shows up, that would not be cool. So, because I don't know where they are in the world or the country. So yeah. Okay, I don't know who this is. Mills? Yes, Mills. Yes. I'm just going to say yes. Do I have a screen for the signboard? Yeah, there is a screen there. I do have a screen on it. It's the, that is also in my Amazon store. If you go to amazon.com/ I think it's / Crystal Vanner or shops. It's either Amazon, it's down below in the links. It says my Amazon store, and then the link is under it. But yeah, that screen is for a sliding door of a house. So I'll tell you now, they are much longer than they need to be. Mine is not cut. Judy, who's in the chat right now moderating, she hemmed it up for me, because just in case I get a bigger van, or if I get a schoolie or whatever, that's going to be taller and I'd have to buy another screen. This way I can just take the hem out of this one and still use the same screen, because there's nothing wrong with the screen. It's in good shape. I mean, I've only had it like a year, maybe a little more than a year. But yeah, it's got the magnets in the middle. I'll tell you now, if you're going to go buy these screens for these doors with the magnets in the middle, get the one. I'm just going to go walk over and show you, because it's harder to explain it than it is to just show you. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. Okay. So get the one that has the magnets closed up in the hem, or in the, in a channel like this, because they make another one that has these plastic squares And the magnets are in the squares, and they're like every 4 or 5 inches, and they're individual plastic squares with magnets. Don't get that screen with the individual plastic squares, because I had that one in the beginning. I had it in Not Your Mama's van. It sucks. And those plastic squares, they just snap together. And after a while, they all came loose, and the magnets got lost, and so my screen wouldn't close anymore. You want the kind I just showed you, because those magnets are never going to go anywhere, because they're enclosed in that like hem. So don't get that. Lackey says, would I ever consider a spray paint job? Yes, I would. The problem is, I would definitely paint this van gray. I don't think I would paint it red. I would probably just paint it gray, because if I do sell it, the interior is going to be that bluish gray color. So it wouldn't make sense to have it red on the outside and that weird bluish gray color on the inside. And the seats are a blue gray. So I would probably paint it gray with a white top. But the issue would be DMV, because my title says blue, and I don't know how easily it is to change that through DMV. And until the DMVs are open, I can't really find that information out. I haven't seen it on their website. So I don't know how easy it would be for me to paint it myself and go to DMV and be like, I changed the color of my van. Can you give me a new title? I would pay for it, but I don't know. Sorry, I got an itch. Don't know if they would do that. They'd probably be like, you didn't get it professionally painted. We can't just change the color on the title. So that's why I don't want to paint it. But I would consider painting it gray with a white top. Definitely better than blue. But I'm just going to live with the blue. It's all good. The whole inside is black, white, and red. So it is what it is. Eve, you're asking me this question again. Would I ever consider writing a book? So many people have asked me that over the years. Probably not. I don't feel like that's my ministry, for lack of a better phrase. I might consider writing some small pamphlets, maybe, but a full-on book, I don't know about that. Maybe. Not anytime soon, though. I honestly would write a book, not necessarily about van life. Excuse me, I have this breeze is blowing everything up my nose. I would actually write a book about my life and the stuff that I've overcome to help other people with some of the childhood traumas and stuff like that, to know that they're not alone. That would probably be a better story for me to write down. Ooh, I got some stories, but see, that would make other people mad and upset. So I don't know, maybe not. Rosa wants to know, have I ever gotten the police computer crime division to help you out with a stalker? No, I have not. I don't think it is, right now it's not that serious. I mean, they're not threatening my life, and it's just very vulgar in the way of sexual vulgarness. Just disgusting, like disgusting. It's not even like kinky sex, it's like disgusting stuff. And they're just being very vulgar, and I want that person to know, because I know you're going to be watching this at some point, that you're an idiot. I will never meet you. I don't like you. Give it up. Spend your time doing something else, more productive. And if you have that much time to be on the computer, maybe you should do something to bring yourself some income or help other people. Use your skills for good, not evil. Just saying. Courtenay. I know I'm messing your name up, because you told me how to say this one time before, and I said Courtney, and I know I messed it up. Anyway, how does one make acquaintances along the way? I say good morning and might get a return salutation, hints, or ideas. I'm assuming you mean in this lifestyle. My thing would be to go to some of these events. You can really just Google van life events, van life meetups. If you go to the meetup.com or the meetup app, you can find those gatherings. You go to the forum on Bob Wells's website, cheaprvliving.com. People are always looking for people to travel with. Go with your gut and meet in a public place a few times and get to know a person before you go off traveling with them. I'm just saying, Don't say Crystal said to do this and now I got raped or killed or something. No, 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 no. Don't. You're an adult. Trust your gut. Um, that's what I would say. Right now, it's going to be hard because, social distancing, this virus. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to make acquaintances. I have people I already know, so I'm gonna meet up with them, but we're not always up under each other anyway, so we always kind of maintain a social distance anyway. Probably the hardest time to maintain a social distance is around the fire pit, but it's fine. It's warmer weather right now. We wouldn't be really doing fire pits too much, but yeah, it's out there. It's there's ways to do it. So if you're looking specifically for people of color, I would say to follow the hashtag Black Van Life on Instagram because there are a ton of people under that hashtag. If you follow the actual hashtag, whenever we people of color post something, we usually put Black Van Life in our hashtag. That means our post will be under that hashtag. So follow the hashtag Black Van Life on Instagram. Google Black Van Life and see who pops up in the YouTube channels, that kind of thing. So yeah, because some of them may be doing meetups and stuff. So yeah, I would say definitely do that. Again, use the forum on cheaprvliving.com. Start your own thread. Looking for nomadic people of color who want to meet up, whatever. There's an event next month. Black Nomads Meet. Find them on Instagram. Maybe attend that. I don't know what the cost is of it right now, but we've already signed up to go. It was postponed from, when was it supposed to be originally? I don't even remember, but it was postponed, I think, from the last fall. I know we're almost at an hour, so I'm going to hurry up and finish up these last questions. Everyone that's just joining me, you're going to have to watch the replay because this comes on at 11 and we try and get off by noon, if not before. FaZe wants to know about Miss V's mice. She only had mice for a short period of time, and that was way back in Arizona, way back in 2018. So she's good. She's good. There's only 2 of them. We got them out within, a week, I think? Maybe less. So yeah, she did not find out how they got in. No, we don't know. And her van's fairly new, so I don't know how they got in. But yeah, don't know. Yeah, I would definitely say if you're in this lifestyle, starting this lifestyle, or going to be starting this lifestyle before the winter, definitely come out to Arizona because there's thousands of us out there in Arizona on BLM land. I'd say go to Ehrenberg, go to Parker, go to Quartzsite, go to Lake Havasu, Kingman. We're all pretty much going to be there for the winter. So if you plan on, even if you just want to do a trip out there for the winter to make some connections, that's where we'll all be. From like October-ish, November-ish, probably through April 1st or May 1st. Most of us will be there, kind of rotating around those 5 places. Definitely come out to those areas this winter, make some connections. I don't know how RTR is going to go. It's not my event. Don't ask me about it. I'm not going to RTR. But keep your head, on a swivel for the information for RTR. It'll be around probably November when it starts getting some information, as long as he gets it by November. But just keep watching the channel, Cheap RV Living, and he will get that information out to you. If you're a newbie, go to RTR. People connect at RTR. They end up traveling together. Some people even make love connections. Some people make their tribe. So definitely do that. I won't be at RTR. I will be in close proximity, maybe to RTR, just to go meet some people at RTR. Yeah, I'm not actually going to be at RTR. Courtenay. Okay, thank you. Starbread says, I wish you could hold a Zoom workshop once a month and do self-care. So I think I will be doing some Zoom. Now that I have my hotspot, remember everything was dependent on the stupid hotspot, and I've been having issues with hotspots for the last several months. Hopefully, this new hotspot will work because Zoom does not work on a cell phone, which is how I run this channel, basically all on my cell phone. And I even edit my videos on the cell phone. I make my thumbnails on the cell phone. I answer your comments via my cell phone. Everything is done on this channel via my cell phone. But I do plan to do some courses on Zoom. Some of them will be free, some of them will be paid. And I want to start doing the Freaky Fridays on Zoom because I'm starting to get bored with them. And I feel like it would be more fun if it was a Zoom call. I'd have no idea what I'm going to do for Freaky Friday, this Friday coming. I know it was supposed to be yesterday and I postponed it because where it was. So if you have any info or any topics you want to talk about, I do have one topic from Eve, but that's not going to take enough time. Freaky Fridays tend to be 2 or 3 hours long. So we need stuff to talk about for Freaky Friday. If you are someone who is like a sex educator or a sex therapist and you want to give me some ideas, I would appreciate that. If you want to be on a future Zoom with me to educate us on some different things, that would be great. If you are a mistress in the BDSM kink community and maybe you want to be on a Zoom, you can obscure your face or not have your face show, that's fine. That would be great. I would love to talk about that. If you are part of the poly community, if you're part of the LGBTQ plus community and you want to talk about some sex education or whatever in a Zoom at some point, that would be great. I would love to have a panel of people and have questions be asked like we did before when I was out in Arizona. That was a couple years ago. That was one of the best Zooms we ever had. So I would love to start doing my Zooms start doing my Freaky Fridays on a Zoom, but that means my laptop, which means I need to have a good working hotspot, which I'm hoping this one will be it. So, Eve, you're silly. There is a waterfall nearby and I'm hoping to be able to visit it. I think I did a video on it once before last year when I was here. So there is a waterfall nearby here and I hope, hi, Mr. P. I hope to be able to, do that. I would love to actually be able to get in the waterfall, but the day we went, there were people already there. I would like to just put on my swimsuit and just get in the waterfall. I've never, ever actually gotten in a waterfall. So it'd be really cool to be. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. That's one of my favorite songs by TLC. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. I'm not sure if you spelled rendezvous right, but RTR is Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. If you just go into YouTube and put in RTR, you'll get years worth of videos and you can watch and see what happens. You can get old seminars because Bob Wells does record all his seminars. I believe if you go to his channel, he has a playlist of RTR and you can just watch all the years. I think he's done it like 10 or 11 years. So there's tons and tons of footage there. Very, very good footage. Consent culture. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll have to research that a lot. That's a good one. Thank you, Rosa. So I think I'm at the bottom of the chat. No more. So I'm going to say goodbye because I have to be mindful of the people who watch this as a replay. It's not as much fun when you're watching it live. When you watch the replay, sometimes you're like, oh man, I want to say something about that. So definitely if you're watching this as a replay, email me about anything you have seen in today's live that you have input, information, or questions on. If it's a question, please, please, please put Q&A as your subject line so I can answer it on a Tuesday Q&A series question. I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching this video from start to finish. And remember, if you're watching the replay, watch as much of the ads as you can because that's how I get paid. I love you. Mwah! See you next time.